Hi, I'm Anna.
And I'm Ben.
And we are AutoSave. Welcome to our channel.
Today we're watching Haikyuu, Season 4, Episode 4. Last episode, we had a great moment of Hinata calling Coach Yukai, asking for what type of food should I be eating? You know, it's so refreshing to see.
It might seem like a small moment, but it really wasn't.
It wasn't. It's so refreshing to see Hinata try to grow every aspect of his game and try to go out of his way to learn everything that he does not know yet. Mm-hmm. Like in last episode, he pointed out he normally, even on TV, only watches the ball. He's trying to watch more of the court and the other players and what they're doing. And he's learning different techniques of how to handle things.
And he's accessing files in his memory of different sports that he has learned about, like tennis.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I love it.
He's really thinking.
I hope we see more of that. I can't wait until that pays off in front of his team. I think that Daichi might cry to see Hinata.
Suga would cry too.
Suga would cry too. Like to see him just bettering all of his aspects. I imagine Hinata talking to Nishinoya after this too to try to really understand what he does.
I want to see the payoff first. Like, that's major payoff, seeing them all react to Hinata. But I want to see current payoff with mainly, like, Wakatoshi and Tendo.
Yeah.
Being like, oh, whoa, impressed by something that Hinata does.
He is a monster.
He is a monster. Yeah, exactly.
That's going to be great. We got a little bit of Kaguya-sama last episode. I would love more.
A little bit.
I want to meet everybody else at the National Youth Intensive Training Camp, and they all look cool. They have cool character designs, and I'm excited to explore their personalities.
What is he going to be practicing?
We've been talking about it, and we're thinking he's going to take a play out of the godly Oikawa's playbook and try to just meet everybody in forms of being a setter. Like, try to be able to be that perfect setter and play to the strengths of every single person that he is setting for.
When he was king on the court, he was trying to tell all of the spikers that they needed to meet his set. Mm-hmm. He wasn't changing for them. He was putting up what he thought was a perfect set and then expecting them to meet it. Mm-hmm. And then once he got on Karasuno, he really has started to actually think about players a little bit more, especially Hinata. And he's been putting up sets and perfecting what each player wants. One of them wants it up an inch higher. One of them wants it a little closer to the net, you know? And he's really starting to actually ask and figure out how to get the best out of each person on the court, which is something Oikawa does.
That's a really good way to put it, because how to get the best out of each person on the court. Because we had a moment about how Hinata's jumping has improved because subconsciously or somewhat consciously, Kageyama has been setting it a little bit higher each time.
Which is so freaking cute. Because, like, even if it's subconscious, there's a little part of Kageyama that's like, I want Hinata to be able to blow everyone out of the water with how high he can jump. I want him to compete in the air.
Yeah.
And that is adorable.
But the idea of him learning and trying to not only do exactly what each person wants in a set, but to understand that and then push it a little bit to bring out the best in his teammates. You know, I feel like that would be a great route to go.
Yeah, like, he's already a genius. He just, once he has awareness, then genius plus awareness of the people he's playing with and their strengths and preferences, boom. All-star.
Yes. Before we get into it, I wanted to say before the end of the season, or once we end the season, we wanted to do like our own teams. Yes. We did a tier list, but at the end of the season, I think it'd be cool to each like build our dream team. That'd be a fun thing.
I'm going to take it very seriously. Even though there are certain characters that I adore, some of them more for funny reasons, when it comes to a dream team, it's very strategic. It's very serious. I would think about team chemistry. You know, I would take it very seriously.
I wish there was like a simulation we could play. Like we each have our teams.
Oh, and then we set them up to play a game.
Yeah. That'd be cool.
We'd need someone who has a vast volleyball knowledge as well as a vast Haikyuu knowledge to create some like fan fiction based on the two teams we come up with.
That'd be amazing. Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
Sweet. Oh yeah, the conversation that he's taking him outside for.
We forgot about this.
Oh. Amazing.
I think Suki's my favorite. I didn't love Suki like season 1 at the very beginning. Upon meeting him, I was like, he's a little feisty, you know? And I was like not feeling it because I was really rooting for Hinata.
Yeah.
And I was like, stop picking on him, you know? But I've really grown. He's grown on me so
His development's
fast.
been really good.
I almost think he's had kind of the most, I don't know if it's the most emotional, but it's definitely been very satisfying, his growth.
Yeah.
Especially not for the first time.
Nice. Damn.
若俊君は不調だったわけ？絶好調に見えましたけど。はあ？誰か若俊君止めた？まあ止めてました。日向のあれはほぼレシーブか。誰？何年？なんてやつ？ネガティブなのよ。
He's a negative Nelly.
脅かしそうなやつが気になって仕方ねえの。
He's prepared.
He's cautious.
まだ本気出してませんよね。なんで？なんとなく普通だなって思ったんで。今だいたい気のせいなんだけど、まあでいいと思うよ。
Is that like the sunshine and moon friendship?
入る前に入る。邪魔したね。
I mean, bats altogether I can't get behind for Germ's sake. So far.
Mm-hmm.
特にあの人。何者だろうな。
やってること自体がなんか不思議な感じだ。ろうとしているんだと思います。でなきゃ、そもそも選抜合宿の話に乗ることも先生はやはり少し違います。やっぱカラスノの10番は気にしてる。カラスノの10番が決めた時の鷲城先生の忘れられないんすよね。
Show me again.
すげえ悔しい様子は当然。それでいて。お待たせしました。
At the same time, what?
Do you think we're about the same height? Oh!
日向君ってリベロじゃないんすか？え？影に見える？いや、そういう。俺が叩き落とす。
Love it. Come on, Goshiki.
一番低いの僕かよ。
Was his run up different?
だって絶対クロス打ってくると思った。今のはクロスで打ってくると思った。クロスに切り込む感じだったじゃん。
Interesting.
ブロックが見えているスパイカーなのは確かだ。相手に使わない手はない。
Honestly, it'll bring out the best in him, right?
I am so happy right now.
もうちょいネットから離れていい。はい。左利きのミドルにも難なく合わせてるな。素晴らしいですね。
I love you praising Kaguya-sama.
パパッとコンパクトにさ。
Compact and zippy.
Yeah, what does zippy mean?
He's used to like pow, kabloom from
so true.
Hinata.
コミュニケーション不器用なんだろうけど、って感じだよな。
What a sweet boy.
What is he thinking?
I don't know. He gives me Oikawa energy, actually.
He's quiet. Honestly.
My first instinct was to say, no, Kageyama, don't fall in love with someone else.
Do you think he reminds him of Hinata at all?
Yeah.
And he talks.
俺を見たことあんのか？ここに来てから見てます。そうじゃねえよ。俺の試合見たことあんのかっつってんの。影山また絡まれてる。いやもっとビビれよ。驚け。
He can't be surprised. He knows someone like you.
このタッパの俺を舐めた後、絵を見てビビれ。こまでが一連の流れ。
Oh, I love him.
ビビってます。参考になります。
Oh!
いやー、木も座ってるね。
Reference.
ミア集め。なかなかトゲトゲしい第一印象やった。プレーはだいぶお利口さんよな。ああ。
Doesn't he kind of have like an Oikawa energy?
Okay, I might be a little protective, but like at the moment, Walmart Oikawa don't even.
It was right there.
What a team player.
Observant. I don't know if I ever would have called Hinata observant
right?
until now. Up there's a better view.
So cool.
Sometimes. What's least favorite phrase number 1? Later half.
誰よりしんどいのは一番経験値が低いあいつか。申し訳ないが2メートルとは組みたくないよな。技術はまだ中学レベルだもんな。
Aww.
集合。オライ。にゃろ。
There you go.
似たチーム強いんだよな。相手をよく見てるって感じだ。余裕がある感じがすんなって。すげえ見てくる。
Are his receives like high up in their end so that they like have more time to?
Oh yeah, he could make it like slow it down a little bit so it's more floating in the air. Aw, tall guy.
足がついていくわけじゃない。早く終われ。ドリンクソイ。
Hinata, he needs a pep talk.
そんなことこいつが一番思ってる。強豪のレギュラーでここにいるこいつと戦ったことは俺みたいになんとなくいるんじゃなく自分で選ばれに来るようなやつ。いやいや俺も選ばれればよかった。ここに呼ばれたやつは何かしらすごいやつらで俺は影山がいないと若干本領を発揮できないみたいなとこあるけども俺はでかいだけだ。おーい時計ってなんだ。メートルってすんげえだろ。もし絶対2メートルだね。だってサーバー頑張れるけど身長はとにかく
You can always get better at your technique.
最高にマックスすげえ才能だろ。励ますなんて余裕だね。俺は怒っている。励ましてるよ。何のメリットがあんだよ。お前を倒したい。
That was like a caring, serious face, you know?
I know, it was so cute.
俺外から見てて気づいたことあんだけど、ちょっとやってみてくんない？俺に技術的なことは無理だ。絶対簡単なやつ。
How could you say no to that
You can't.
face?
It's not possible. I love him.
楽してこうぜ百様。
簡単で些細で、でも慌ただしい試合中に忘れがちなこと、持つこともできない競技。
So the longer it's in the air, the more time you have.
自ら時間を作ることはできる。自分が積極的に楽をしようとするパスは、それを託した相手も楽に。
Oh, that's so great.
できるだけ高くパスすんだよ。国見みたいに速くて苦しいリズムが。
Oh, that's great.
そんで整うだけでなんかこう。
You get to take a breath.
He's so upset.
いろいろできる。 ヘイ百様。ナイスキーヘイ。
Aww.
Oh my god! The face that they drew on him with his lips like that.
What do you think it was? Do you think it was Sakusa, like, trying?
Yeah, ooh, that's a good guess.
All right, that was episode 4 of season 4 of Haikyuu. Kunimi is awesome, and I am a big fan of him. And I like how he's drawn, and I like his design. He's cool. I like him.
I second that.
Yeah.
I was really loving him in this episode.
Hinata, I love how he was like, oh no, I'm chewing him out. Like it doesn't matter what his intent is. Like he just motivates people.
Yes,
and, like,
it's so cute. They're all like, no, you're definitely cheering him up. And he was like, well, whatever.
yeah. Miya Atsuma, I think, was the guy who has the white hair. And I'm a big fan of him because of how he reminds
Kaguya-sama of Hinata.
yeah,
He had very Nishinoya energy too.
definitely. I wonder if like saying like he's a good reference kind of thing. I wonder if it's like he's taking information from him to inevitably suggest that to Hinata.
Yeah,
you know?
totally. That's what I mean, also, it could be thinking of it as he could be getting reference from what it looks like on the other side of the net when he and Hinata have a play. So then he could better set Hinata up so that the blockers couldn't get him, or, you know, things like that.
Yeah. It looked like he hit it like deep and like cornered to their end, closer to the line.
And Kageyama had a smile on his face.
Yeah. He's a good character. I like him.
If he met Hinata, I don't know if they would become like instant friends or like instantly like, I'm gonna beat you.
Yeah.
You know? It could go either way.
All in all though, I'm really enjoying like the meat of the training like episodes. Like I'm enjoying, like it feels real, and the training and like progress is earned. It's not like just
it feels satisfying.
Yeah, it is. It feels like we're actually growing. Like
and there's like a little growth, at least one little growth in every episode.
Yeah, and it's not just Hinata. Like everybody at this camp is growing, and that will help us appreciate it more if they ever go up against each other again.
Right, you're so right, because I want to see the growth of the players that we're going to be playing against, or that are the rivals.
Yeah.
Because when it comes down to a possible game against them, I'm going to notice those things that they learned earlier.
Yep, I absolutely adore it. I love that Hinata is, like, exercising his brain as well as his body. Like, in, like, OG Dragon Ball, one of, like, the most rewarding things about, like, Goku's betterment is not just his, like, oh, I'm stronger and I can yell more. It's, like, when you can outthink an opponent. And when all we get, really, from Hinata mainly is his talent, you know? Mm-hmm. His tenacity, his stamina, his talent. It is amazing to see him, like, also consider other things and like use his intelligence. It's just great. It's really rewarding.
And I love that I think in particular this episode was big because the cheering up part, it was a conversation between two guys who don't really have technique.
Yeah.
Their strength doesn't lie in them having geniusly played volleyball since small children. You know, they don't really have everything down. Hinata is still working on his receives. You know, like they don't have it all perfected. Like some of the players are more well-rounded than they've met. And I think that's what makes the conversation and the speech that we had in this episode that much more powerful, because it's like it was between someone who makes being short and quick and fast his talent and someone who can make being really freaking tall his talent.
Yeah. It's like you wonder if there's anybody who, other than this character at Kageyama's camp, who can like make it so, I don't know, like I was gonna say like give advice to Hinata, like because there are other tall people who have like techniques and stuff to like Tsuki, who could help him, the character who Hinata was like criticizing or chewing out but actually motivating. But there's not really that for Hinata. And it might be better that there isn't, because as we see, he's like creating his own solutions.
That's so good.
Yeah.
He's not really taking someone else's technique or cheat sheet.
Yeah.
You know, he's learning and adapting his own solution.
I love that Kageyama was communicating with other people at camp.
He was trying so hard.
And it's amazing. And he's taking criticism. Like, it's like he's taking constructive criticism, and I love it. He's trying to already bring out the better in everyone. The character who has, like, the Oikawa energy, calling...
It's in the eyes and the smile on his lips at the same time. I'm like... You get a little, like, this, like, intense feeling.
I know what you mean. But he called Kageyama Goody Two-Shoes. And I'm like, So either it's going to be him, or it's going to be, what's his name?
The one with the mask?
Sakusa, yeah.
Sakusa?
It's going to be him or Sakusa who's causing that face Kageyama's making at the end, I think. Still, I, again, could be wrong. There's a couple moments that I'm a little bit like, oh, like, the art's okay, you know? Or, like, the animation. Just compared to what I'm used to in the show, at least.
Yeah.
But again, it's not like a big moment like that's crazy, or it's not horrible or anything like that. But it's just something that I've noticed a little bit sometimes. There was one shot in particular, and it wasn't even animation. It was just of Hinata like standing. And his arms looked really, like, scary. But regardless, I am still really enjoying the show. Our computer shut down. We're using camera audio right now. But I'm excited for next episode. And I can't wait.
Yeah!
Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And we hope to see you next time.